So we talked about how to find a percent of a number. I'm going to review this really quickly to make sure that we understand what we're doing and we can find the percent of any number we're given. So for example, if I want to find 15% of 120, okay, so I want to find 15% of this whole amount, 120. Now this could be because I'm being taxed 15% and I'm later going to add that on. It could be because I'm leaving a 15% tip and I'm going to add that on. It could just be because this amount is increasing and we need to figure by how much. Okay, so what we have to start by doing is figuring out what is 15% of this amount. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn my percent into a decimal. So 15% as a decimal is 0.15. Now I need to multiply it by my quantity. So I'm going to multiply it by 120, and I find that 15% of 120 is 18. Now this gives me my part. If I'm talking about tax or tip or something that's increasing, I'm going to need to add that to my original quantity. Okay, so keep that in mind. You've got your original amount, you're finding 15% of that amount, and then you might have to continue and do another step with this number depending on what your question asked. Let's do another one. So for this one, let's find 12% of the number 84. So I'm going to start by turning my percent into a decimal. 12% written as a decimal is 0.12, and I'm going to multiply it by my quantity of 84. So this is going to help me find what is 12% of 84. When I multiply this, I find that my answer is 10.08. Okay, I would say 10.08 is 12% of 84. If I'm talking about tax, tip, increase, again, I'm going to want to add this to my original quantity. So you're not necessarily done here, but you've done the first step. You might need to do something else. The last one that we're going to do, we're going to find a smaller percent because I want to make sure we are clear on how to do this. So we have 4% of 62. Okay, same process. I'm finding a percent of a quantity. This time with 4%, when I turn it to a decimal, I have to be very careful. 4%, remember that's 4 out of 100, so it's 0.04, which is 4 hundredths. Now I'm multiplying that by my number 62. When I multiply 0.04 times 62, I find that it's 2.48. So I would say that 4% of 62 is 2.48. Remember, you might have to continue with another step to make sure you've answered the question, but this is how you find percent of a number.